the Eskute C300R.
Hello everyone, welcome to Brian Unboxed. In this video, we're going to look at the Eskute C300R electric bike.
Here's a look at how the bike comes in when it's delivered. It's packaged well with a lot of foam protecting it. Assembly is required and the user guide walks you through the process. Inside it comes with a charger, user guide, tools, and pedals.
So here's the bike fully assembled. The assembly process was straightforward. The user manual walks you through it, and there's also a video on the website. Basically, you have to install the handlebars, and then you have to install the front wheel, the front fender, the front light, and then after that, you have to attach the seat, install the pedals, and then inflate the tires, and you're good to go.
Briefly going over some specs, this frame design is a step over. You have 5 colors to choose from: black, purple, blue, green, and orange. It has an aluminum alloy frame, rear hub motor that peaks out at 1500 watts, 48 volt, 20.8 amp hour lithium battery, and takes 5 to 8 hours to fully charge, 80 mile range, 32 mile per hour top speed, 26 by 4 inch tires, 5 pedal assist levels and a twist throttle, Shimano 8-speed, LCD display with NFC card, mechanical disc brakes, front and rear lights and fenders, front and rear suspensions. It weighs in at about 89 pounds and has a max load of 500 pounds.
I'll walk through around the bike. You'll see that the front, you have a front light, you have the front fenders, you have the 26 by 4 inch fat tires, mechanical disc brakes. Towards the middle, you have the battery keyhole, you have the battery right here in the middle. You also have the front suspensions, and then you have the rear suspensions here. And then you also have a rear rack. You have the kickstand, the mechanical disc brakes, rear light, rear fender. And then on the other side, you have the 8-speed cassette. You have the 1500 watt motor peak power. And then you have this seat here. You can see it looks very soft and wide. Looking at the handlebar area, you have your brake levers on each side. You have the controls on the left side. You have a nice large display. And then you have your gear shifter and then your twist throttle. So to power up the bike, just make sure you have the power button on the on position here by the battery. And once you have that on, just press the power button here on the left side. And this does have the NFC card, so it will prompt you for the NFC. Just put the card on the top like so, and then you'll have access to the display. So once it's powered up, pressing the up button will cycle through the pedal assist. There's 5 levels, 1 through 5. Pressing the down button will decrease it. You also have the mode button in the middle again. So if you press that, it will cycle through the odometer, trip, voltage, and current. And then on the left side here, pressing the light switch will activate your front light and also your rear light. And this also has an electronic horn. This is how it sounds.
Now I'll show some footage of the bike in use. I'll test it out on rough terrain, show the different pedal assist levels, throttle, test the brakes, see how it does uphill, downhill, and then give my thoughts.
Now for the rough terrain test, I'm going to take it down this trail. It's pretty bumpy and we have gravel on the side. The bike does have the front suspensions and also the rear suspensions along with the 26 by 4 inch fat tires. It also has the lockout feature, which I currently have off, so the suspension should go to work. I have no doubt this is going to do very well on this rough terrain. All right, here we go, rough terrain test. And the saddle is wide and very soft, so that really helps. All right, I can see the suspension is going to work. Taking the bumps, no problems at all. Into the gravel here. doing it with ease. Some more gravel, some rough terrain. All right. Onto the speed test. The bike has the 5 pedal assist levels, 1 through 5, and it also has the twist throttle. So I'm going to start off with pedal assist 1, see how fast that goes, and then just move up from there. Then after that, we'll just use the throttle only. All right, speed test with pedal assist 1 right now. All right, we're at about 6 miles per hour, 7. Moving to pedal assist 2. Feel a little bit more pickup there. Now we're at about 12. Moving to pedal assist 3. Now we're at 18. Pedal assist 4. Some more pickup there. About 23. 24, and pedal assist 5. So we're about 28, 29, 30. So it looks like about 30 miles per hour on pedal assist 5. So with pedal assist 5, we reached 30 miles per hour. Now we're just going to use a twist throttle. Let's see how fast it can go. All right, speed test with twist throttle only. All right, very smooth, gradual acceleration there. We're up to 20 miles per hour. (24) 27, 28, 31. So it looks like it's topping off at 31.9 miles per hour with the twist throttle.
Now I'll test out the brakes. I'll take it to max speed, and once I come into view, I'll hit the brakes and you can use the parking lines as reference.
Now for the uphill test, I'm going to take it up this road. It has a nice gradual incline. We saw that with the speed test, we reach about 31.9 miles per hour with the twist throttle. And I'm just going to use the twist throttle for this test. Usually, as we make it up, it will lose some speed or it can maintain the speed. So let's see if it can maintain or if we lose the speed. After that, we'll do the downhill test. All right, here we go, uphill test. All right, we're up to 16, 18. Motor is fairly quiet. Acceleration is nice and gradual. We're up to 25 now. So it looks like we're going to begin to climb about 25. So 24.6, 24.2. Losing a little bit of speed here. Down to 23.6. All right, a little bit of a downhill, just gonna let it glide. So with the uphill test, we began to climb at 25 miles per hour, lost a little bit of speed down to 23.6, but maintained it and it was able to power through with no problems. Now we'll do the downhill test. Let's see how it handles. And as always, I'll probably have to slow it down at that midpoint area. All right, here we go, downhill test. All right, very smooth, quiet. Steering is very responsive. There's no rattles, vibrations, nothing. So it's just smooth all around here. Able to handle that downhill with no issues. We're at about 25. And the display is pretty cool. The lines on each side are moving, so as you're accelerating, the lines are also moving.
Here are my thoughts on the bike. The assembly process was straightforward and I didn't run into any issues. The paint is a gloss black finish and there were no imperfections during the shipping process. I like that it comes with the lights, rack, and fenders. The bike feels well put together. The frame is on the larger side, so this should suit taller riders, those ranging from 5'8" to 6'5" in height. The cables are well organized and the majority are ran through the frame. The saddle is wide and has some elastic padding, very comfortable and no issues during longer rides for me. The handlebars are a good length. The steering felt stable and tight, no rattles or vibrations. It was very responsive. It handled the rough surfaces with ease. The front suspensions, rear suspensions, and fat tires absorbed all the bumps, and the seat helped in absorption as well. The motor is strong and peaks out at 1500 watts. With pedal assist, I reached 30 miles per hour and twist throttle 31.9 miles per hour. This has an advertised max speed of 32 miles per hour and a range of up to 80 miles. But this will depend on the throttle usage, pedal assist level, weight, and environment that you're in. The mechanical brakes were a bit underwhelming for stopping power. The bike is on the heavier and larger side. I would have liked to have seen hydraulic brakes. The LCD display is large and intuitive and has some unique graphics with the lines as you move about. It does get washed out a bit on bright sunny days. I like that it has the NFC card, which adds a nice touch for security. Overall, the bike was fun to ride, able to handle rough surfaces and smooth terrain with no issues. Plenty of power and speed. Good all-around bike in my opinion, and it comes in at a competitive price point. Just keep in mind that the frame is on the larger side. So that is my review of the Eskute C300R electric bike. If you like my video, go ahead and hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button as well. Until next time, this is Brian Unboxed. Take care everyone.